So we're just going to pull up that resource about those prepositions. So this text is free from archive.org. It is written by A.T. Robertson, and the title of the book is called A Short Grammar of the Greek New Testament. And it is for students who are somewhat familiar with the elements of Greek, but I just wanted to bring this up so that, I could show you that I'm not just making things up. The chapter on prepositions in this book is chapter 15, and we're just going to take a closer look at the preposition for eis. And here it is. The page looks a little faint, but it is a specialized form of en. And you can read through some of this. The original meaning of en and eis is the same. However, the two forms gradually became associated with different cases. So that's where I'm translating eis as in as opposed to into. And that's the resource for that. Now, I do recommend this book at some point for you in the future. Probably aren't ready for it now, but I've read through the sections on the tenses a couple of times, and I found it very helpful. A Short Grammar of the Greek New Testament by A.T. Robertson. It's a good resource, and it's free. Chapter 10 Exercise. So I have the present indicative passive card all filled out. And again, we're going to just compare that to our middle card. We've got the middle. See the difference in stem, LU versus LUO. However, all of the endings are the same. And then I also have my vocabulary card for doing our homework. So we're going to be translating into English. Blepantai. They are being seen. I suppose in English you could also put they are being watched. Pempatai. He is being sent. Akues. Here we have an active. This is you are hearing for the second person singular. And akue, you are being heard. I suppose we want to take a look at the active second person singular versus the passive second person singular. You are hearing, you are being heard. Number 2, we also have an active. He is saving. So Zamatha. We are being saved. Krinomai. I am being judged. And Agatai. He is being led, he is being brought, he is being arrested. Number 3, we have another active. I am teaching. Didaskantai. They are being taught. Here we have another comparison with an active versus a passive. Here's our active ending. He is throwing. And here is our passive ending. He is being thrown. Number 4. Here we have the este for plural you, second person. You are being raised, standalone preposition, from the dead. And there's a subscript here, and in the textbook, nekros, it means dead. Number 5, the word. And in this case, this ending would be for it. The word is being taught. Standalone preposition, in the temple. Number 6, the servants are being sent into the house. Plural servants in the nominative. Antai for they, the servants, are being sent. Standalone preposition, into the house. 7, third person singular, it. It is being written in the law. Third person plural, they are believing. We have our preposition here. This tells me this is the accusative. We've got our conjunction and then we have our third person plural ending in the passive. So this is that active usi. All right, active voice, passive voice. But it could normally would be into, but I'm going to use in. Number 9, we are being judged. So here we have our preposition. It can mean by or under. With the ablative, it would mean by. With the accusative, it would mean under. So here, to me, this would be the ablative. And so I'm going to translate hupo as by. We are being judged by the Lord. He sends and is sent. So really we could use both words, stello and pempo. I'm not entirely sure the word stello is used in the New Testament. However, we do have a word coming up in a chapter, apostello, and I can see why this is part of our vocabulary. So I think that I'm going to use both words. So what we've done is we've used an active ending here and then our passive ending here. Here again, we're going to use an active ending for he believes or he is believing, and then a passive ending. Number 3, the word is proclaimed in the temple. The Son of Man is judged. So we're going to have a nominative, a genitive, probably, and then our verb. The Son of Man, he is judged, or he is being judged. Number 5, the stone is thrown into the house. The stone, it is being thrown. Standalone preposition for into is eis. The house will be in the accusative. Ton, oikon. The bread is taken from the apostle. So we have the bread in the nominative. The bread. It is being taken, lambanatai. Apo. And the apostle is going to be in the ablative. Last one. You are judged by the Son of Man. Probably we're going to put our subject encoded into the verb, and this is going to be that second person singular, so we're going to have that eta iota subscript ending, krene. We have a standalone preposition. We're going to use hupo, and we're going to use the ablative with that. The Son, ha, huios, and that is going to be in the ablative. So I'm pulling out my reference card here, and huios has the acute on the ultima, and in our example here, oranos has the acute on the ultima. So to put it in the ablative, I'm going to want to put a circumflex on the end of that, because we're changing that last syllable too long. So I think this would be correct. Man is also going to be in the ablative.